which brings us into our next position, which is the policy that there's only two genders. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not the type that is against the alphabet community. I'm not against them. I am against some of them that push their agenda on kids and manipulate them into believing that they could be any sex that they want to, or because they're anything that they want to, because they're impressionable at a very young age. I am against that.
100%.
I'm against that. But what Trump is doing not only affects their community, but it affects diversity as a whole. And when we talk about diversity, we're not just talking about minorities. We're not just talking about Black people. Okay. We are talking about all people.
People, period.
Yeah. That go into that go into a program, that go into the workplace or whatever, and want to be treated fairly. Diversity is not about giving somebody a leg up over somebody else. That's not what diversity is. Diversity is basically saying that I can walk into this place of business, I can walk into this job, I can walk into whatever, and solely be judged on who I am and not my color, not my race, not wearing a turban.
Somewhat of a same playing field, somewhat of level playing field, somewhat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It still got little lumps in it, but somewhat.
So when you're talking about, now, do I agree with the whole concept of man and woman? Yes, because I think some people are a little bit delusional because they become women and think that they're actually women. That you're not an actual woman. Man. You know, that's just nonsense. You can't have kids, and the ones that turn into men, you can't produce semen to have a baby. So let's move away from the delusion of it. But when we're talking about diversity, it really stands more for everybody, because before diversity, primarily what was in the workplace was white men. So you have to understand your history. Then, you had some Black people out there that was working, but it really wasn't any core jobs. Then when we went into the next World War, then you had to start putting women in the work. So then women wanted to start working, and they march so they can keep working. Yeah. So this whole diversity, equity, inclusion, it affects, I believe it affects women and minorities, because we got to separate women and minorities. We have to. It affects minorities and it affects women, especially Black women, more than anybody else. There's already still a disparity between women and men pay. Yeah. What do you think is going to happen? Because now people are being, diversity is being diminished and downsized. Yep.
I mean, like I said, I like that what he said. He about to take, it's only two genders. He go, you male, you female, that's it. Because now that takes the men out of the women's sports. Yep. That takes the men out of
which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I watched this one where there's I think it was the Olympics, if I'm not mistaken. This boxer was a woman. She was running through the woman, and then she ran into a man and got whooped because he identified as a woman. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then you had this man identify as a woman, went to the women's prison and impregnated, like, I think 3 or 4 women. Yep. Yep. So it's like, if you don't see the delusion or the pure wrongness in that, then there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry. It just is. If that's like going to a 5th grader's birthday party and busting all their balloons and taking their toys. Why? What are you doing? Oh, I identify as a 5th grader. What? You can't just do this. You 38 years old. Come on, stop playing. No, so I don't disagree with a lot of stuff that he say. What Trump say. I agree with a lot of stuff he say. It surprises me, yes, but I do agree with that right there, because now I don't have to walk in my kid's school. Not saying I did, but I've seen it online where they walked in his kid's school and they were celebrating
Pride Day. Pride Month.
Yeah. And they had the rainbows. They was telling the little kids they could wear dresses. The boys could wear dresses or whatever you want to wear. My son is going to school dressed as a boy, just like he's dressed every day. I don't want to hear my son telling me, "Oh, I learned in class that I can be a girl if I want to be. I just got to wait a couple of years to go up under a knife, daddy." What? Come on, man. I don't want to hear my kids talk like that. I want my kids to be kids for as long as they can, because when they start being adults, that's when all the problems come.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need them to have problems from the age of 7 because now my boy want to be a girl all the way to, come on, man. That's too much pressure on a kid.
Facts.
And then, I was on the internet. Once again, the internet never fails, I promise you. This one lady, man, transgender, had a date. And she was trying to figure out when should she tell the guy that she's a transgender. But they was online talking wild, talking a little nasty here, a little nasty there. And the transgender invited him over. She's saying, I'm gonna tell him, I'm trying to get geeked up so I can tell him when he come in. That is not the right time to tell that man you a transgender. You know what I'm saying? It's not. That's what I mean by some people just never had common fucking sense.
Yeah.
Because if we've been talking and I'm thinking I'm about to come over and, eat and drink and we about to get down, and you tell me you a transgender, the first thing I'm gonna think about is I waste my gas coming over here.
Yeah.
I waste my time. And I'm over here rubbing on your leg and you a transgender?
I hope you ain't rubbing on the wrong one.
Man, you
gonna
case. 100%.
Can't move too far up.
100% case, man. 100% case. Because you should have told me this. That should be in your what's that shit called?
In your bio.
Yeah, that should be in your transgender. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's not in your bio, why are you hiding it? You hiding it now.
Facts.
So I agree with Trump, man. Hey, I'm with him on that. I'm with him on that.
And then we got to understand, even in that situation, there has been a lot of them, the transgender, that have been beat up because they've told the man too late.
Yeah.
And they have either they have been killed or they have been, they have been beat up pretty badly.
But what do you expect from a man with so much pride or with so much respect as a man for you to come over and now everybody see you at this house. They know what this house is.
Yeah.
If anybody ride past, they know, oh, that's a transgender house, man. What are you doing over there? What do you expect this man to do?
Yeah.
You go lose it. We already got so much pressure and stuff on our head, and then you want to throw this on top of us?
I mean, think about how everybody look at Eddie Winslow. I mean, that ain't his real name. I know. Yeah. I don't know the man's real name. Trust me.
He don't care though.
I've seen it a few times,
But he don't care though.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
And my thing is this: if you think it's okay for you to be with a transgender, more power to you.
More power to you.
I am not mad at you.
Hell no. Everybody love is love.
That transgender told you they was transgender when y'all met. And you said, I mean, well, how is he gonna find out?
I don't
Too
know.
late? Okay.
It could be a situation.
But once again, he was okay with it.
I mean,
it's continuing on.
I mean, if he felt like this is the best love he ever had,
there you go. I ain't mad at him.
But there was some secret flavor that he didn't know he had.
Hey, that's his choice. But if I meet you and you transgender, just let me know. No problem. I don't even hug you. No problem. Cool.
Facts.
Don't get no liquor in me.
Yeah.
You want to get liquor in me and tell me this?
Bullseye, just all rating at that point.
What?
Boy.
And I don't even hit females.
It's not a female though. Look at you. Already violation of the new policy. Already.